Notre Dame is going to Arkansas. This number's at 4.5. Arkansas's catching 4.5 points. It's been bet down, too. If you can believe that. I get it, man. I get it. Notre Dame, sure. They're 0-2 right now. I still think this is a pretty good team, but their defense really hasn't looked great. And part of that is due to injuries, right? Leonard Moore going down in the A&M game, Devonta Smith not even playing in that game, having to rely on freshman DBs, and a pass rush that you've played two of the better offensive lines in the entire country. So, let's not get crazy here when I say it hasn't looked the way you wanted it to look, right? I think that's fair, all right? What Arkansas is bringing to the table is one of the best offenses in the entire country. Like, if it wasn't for two fumbles, on the last possessions of their games in which they were going to go down and score both times, I'm very confident in that, particularly against Memphis. They didn't even have to score a touchdown. This Arkansas team should be 4-0. This Arkansas team has one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country right now. They are playing with a chip on their shoulder. They get to play this game at home. Remember, the Memphis game last week was on the road.
So is Ole
It's one of the
Miss.
better. Yep, exactly. So what's going to happen? I mean, Fayetteville, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure it's like the last day before deer season starts. So that's a big deal. It's a huge deal. If it was lining up on, yeah. Or actually, deer hunting starts next week, so we're good. We're in the clear. All right.
That's
We're in a
hilarious.
good. Yeah. Well, a lot of those southern teams. I mean, you gotta be careful about that first weekend. Of deer season. So I'm pretty sure that's next weekend. I think I could be wrong. Someone wants to fact check me on that, but I like Arkansas in this spot, man. I don't. Am I falling for it again? Maybe. Bet on them 2 weeks in a row. I won't be betting on them a third week in a row. All right, after last week. But 4.5, I'll play it here, because we preview these games and we have to pick these. For the purpose of the pick, I'll take Arkansas plus 4.5.
Yeah, I just think as long as Arkansas is still bought in as a team, right? Like they're going to be a really tough out against everyone they play for all the reasons you mentioned. What that offense does to teams with Green and those receivers and Bobby P, right? Explosive plays down the field. And those running backs, Mike Washington is fantastic. Braylon Russell, when they get him going downfield, he runs the ball very, very hard. This is a spot where I do expect to see a high scoring game. I would like to see Notre Dame's defense flex their muscles. Like if you're Notre Dame and you're looking at your record, you're looking at your schedule, it's like we can only really control what we can control. I want to see them flex their muscles, and I want to see that defense get back to what Marcus Freeman wants. I don't think it's going to happen in this game necessarily, but that's why you have CJ Carr. That's why you have Love and Price. Fields, Rareden's been fantastic. Jordan Faison. It's a really nice offense, and plus you still haven't even unlocked some of the other guys with Will Pauling, Jaden Greathouse, guys like that are very, very solid in their own right and can be contributors for you. But I'm gonna go Notre Dame here. 4.5, sure, on the road. I don't love it, but I I just worry, man. Arkansas, a couple weekends in a row, just not finishing football games. And one thing I do know about Notre Dame, I do trust them, in late games. They didn't get it done against Miami. They didn't get it done against A&M, but I do trust them to figure it out. And also, CJ Carr, this is huge for him. He already has that experience on the road playing at Miami. That's big because, like you said, Arkansas Fayetteville is not an easy place to play at all, especially for out-of-conference teams. I think there's a little bit of a misnomer about there. I think you don't expect it to be as difficult as it is, but they make it tough every time you go into Fayetteville.
I did look up deer hunting season. Bow hunting starts Saturday in Arkansas.
It's a
So
noon game though. But you're probably getting up at the crack of
yeah,
dawn. So
here, yeah. So look, it actually probably be better if it was a night game.
Like
Maybe. Probably. I
you
don't
just
know.
be tired. It'd be
Look,
sixty
I'm not
thousand
gonna
tired
pretend like the
fans.
no. I'm not gonna pretend like the no. The social constructs of like the people living in Arkansas. But I mean, does that play a factor? Maybe. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say a little bit, but I'll still take. I'll still rock with 4.5. I see what you're saying though. Like you look at the names on that side of the ball in the golden helmets. Those are better names. Some of those are better athletes. Some of those are more household names, but man, okay, well, let me ask you this. Chris Ash versus Bobby Petrino. Who you taking?
I think you ask both sides. I think both fan bases are taking Bobby Petrino right now. I don't think Chris Ash is very popular in South
I
Bend and beyond.
yeah. Now you flip the script and you're like, okay, Mike Denbrock, and you're like, okay, yeah, you could play that game on either side. But all I'm saying is, I'm just trying to convey the point that I don't think that there's as big of a talent or coaching gap uh, as people may have you believe. I'm not saying Sam Pittman's a better coach than Marcus Freeman. I'm saying collectively. So
Can I ask you, who needs this game more? Is this so Notre Dame? Obviously, Marcus Freeman is not in any kind of hot seat, and nor should he be, right? But they need this game to win and stay alive in the playoff race. Sam Pittman and Arkansas need this to keep their season alive, right? And to keep Sam Pittman, right, off the hot seat as much as they can, right? So does that make sense? So who's more desperate coming in this football game?
Notre Dame, believe it or not, like Notre Dame's more desperate, but they're both
Okay.
desperate.